And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time on Terra Invicta in this initiative run. We're currently on release candidate 23. This run was started on release candidate 6, and this will probably be the last part that's on a release candidate. The next time we are going to be streaming this run will be release day. So in which case we'll probably move from release candidate to 1.0.23. Or more than that, depending upon how many patches occur between today and release day. But we'll probably be on one of the 1.0 patches. And the only thing that probably will do when we get to release day is toggle on the 2026 scenario. Unless there's some bug fixes or crash fixes or whatever.
Acknowledged.
Going through our counselors. You're saving up for 80, but everyone else is fine. We're working on some techs. HRI drive is going to allow us to be a little bit more either fuel efficient or just simply run more armor on our ships. Salamander interrogation is going to make it a little bit better for dealing with keeping them from terrorizing. Oh, that's terrorized. But anyway, it's all alien, so give our maker points a little more defensive. Working on liberating mainland China because we can't crack down either of the protectorate points. The way we're going to get the protectorate out of China is to do handover to Taiwan. That should delete points left to right. You can basically hand the majority of China over to Taiwan peacefully. And if we can basically reduce it to China being us in the resistance, then it's good enough. So if I can get rid of the first 2 points on the left there, by handing most of China over to Taiwan, that'll work for me. Plus, Taiwan's democratic, so in the short term, we'll get more research, which will help us afford the fact that we just paid 40,000 research to develop that.
At your service.
Oh, and I need to stabilize India before I forget.
Restore peace to this nation.
Confirm assignments. Oops, I was going to also declare war. I'll do that next cycle. Thrall missions. Yeah, that's the type we want to be delaying.
Lending my expertise.
Right now, we're running water and volatile negative because a bunch of stuff has turned off on Mars. When the Soletas come online in Mars, we should have enough power to turn those stuff back on. You know, I don't mind if they take control. The ping-pongs back and forth between they're in control and they're not in control. Or expect to be in control. We'll see.
Order is returning.
Once we think this one's done, I probably don't need to control that slot anymore.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
The people will come to our side.
Okay. Before I forget, let's actually send the colony ship back out. So... No, I went to prospecting, so that's that one. Prospecting. Who has the most volatiles that's not... So Mercury... There's actually no open sites at Mercury, so we can write that off. No mining sites at Venus. Oh, that's how we do multiple locations, okay. Comet Ponds Brooks. It's like a decent place to go. It is a comet, so it might not be the quickest flight. Oh, yeah. That's not what we're going. That's too far out. Your next sort of vaguely viable target. Anyway, you can get there. Get you so that you keep at least half your fuel. They get there in 23 weeks, that's good enough. That's because now that we've got mission to the outer planets going, We should have enough mine locations, even once the Mars ones go back online. Or mining options. Without driving the mission control up. It was the solar panels on this location, so we're not far out for this being done. 28th of October and the 27th of December to get full output. Begun bombarding, okay. And we're not going to return fire if they're bombarding at us. They are bombarding at us. Or, well, maybe that's the only thing that is happening. Nope, we're not returning fire. Base has been destroyed. Okay, put the base back. Give it a couple days. Bombarding a different base, yes, okay. Wanted to make sure they weren't gonna... Oh no, they're bombarding the same base. That's why we didn't immediately start rebuilding anything else there. Oh, they actually bombarded 2 spots? Yes. Oh, we only got the mine. There goes the base. So I can replace the bases with the tier 2 base in 60 days. So we're just doing that. I did do quite a bit to piss the aliens off, so this doesn't surprise me they're taking swings. I think I'm more surprised they weren't taking them until then.
At your service.
And I kind of understand why they're not coming to Earth orbit to do it, because we'd probably destroy them at Earth orbit.
Ready for my mission.
2% base. Get up to 21. We'll take 21s.
Going after their people.
Offering support.
Okay, we hit a rich pocket. It's the most welcome influx. Complete the mission in Outer Planets research, that's fine. That might be because we're having issues at Mars.
Things are cooling off.
Crackdown in Bhutan, that's easy enough to get back when they actually take the one over.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Targets lost.
Profitable investments. Guess they finished what they were doing over at Mars. Okay. So Admin Tower, Farm, LDA. Settlement Mining Complex. And 3 solar arrays to start. Admin Tower. LDA. Farm. Settlement Mining Complex. And 3 solar power solar arrays to finish. To be fair, we're probably going to upgrade all that to the Tier 3 versions when we have both the versions available and the place upgraded. I think the solar arrays will actually, 3 solar arrays probably will power that once we get the Soletta up and running. Okay, so we've got all the sites full. Did one of the sites get damaged? No, but of course everything's offline until the Soletta is on rebuilt. And of course, having all that offline is making us make a lot of money. We need to send someone over to declare war for Russia.
Ready to go. Heading to the capital.
That way we can go liberate Central Europe from the aliens. Bring our 15 armies to bear. I suppose it might actually make sense. Let me check to make sure that we're not about to get nuked if I were to do that. That's not what we're looking for. Or is that what I'm looking for? Ah, show all nations, yes. Can I sort by a nation? EU doesn't have the executive. Germany has the executive, so I should be worried about Germany, Brazil, Turkey. Okay. So, Turkey does no nukes. Germany has a nuke. Yeah, the question is, are they going to be nuke happy with that one nuke? I'm not going to be invading the aliens' capital. I'm going to be invading their Central European territory, so I can imagine them leaving us alone.
I will help them.
Guess it'd be a little bit of a problem if we roll in 15 armies, one nuke comes down, blows all 15 armies up.
The people will come to our side.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We've hit them where it hurts.
Ooh, we actually succeeded.
We'll be ready
So
for
they've
new
been cracked
orders.
down, so that means we can roll in with Purge. Smith and Cycle. Take a point up.
Mission complete.
Declare war on the aliens. the raw power of 15 armies, yeah.
Ready for orders.
Okay, you're going to move on to trying to crack down the next one.
Targeting their center of power.
Acknowledged.
I'm going to have you do advise missions in Russia to buff the power of
Offering
Russian
counsel.
armies.
Standing by.
I'm going to have you roll in with the purge for that last point.
We're taking power.
Take that point back. June, not even next year, June the year after next, November of next year, January next year. So that's going to be the first one that's done. That's fair.
Offering assistance.
Offering counsel.
Wave of fear. Let's not lose ourselves to fear. Russia takes control of Donetsk. And the Soletta for Mars comes online. Okay, we're still a little bit low on water. Still a little bit low on volatile production, let's say. Because a lot of Mars, it was destroyed. Let's be fair to my initial problems with Mars. You're fine out on that asteroid. Yeah, so there should be enough power everywhere to at least get the base stuff running. Demos is going to want more than the farm and that. You're only providing water and volatiles, so let's start upgrading. So upgrade you. Everything's offline, so I might as well upgrade the solar panels at the same time. I'm going to want to add a battle station here. We have the ag complex, so we should have enough food. Battle station. Don't have an admin tower here. We'll put an admin tower here. Probably one of materials. We're doing a research lab. We'll want a skunk works. And then everything else is of surplus to minimum requirements right now. We'll come back and probably put some labs in. Yeah, probably be back in for labs, but that'll work for there. I don't want to go below 5 volatiles, so I can't take any more mines offline. Need to wait for some mines to come online before we can take more offline. However, in places like this, yeah, we can't upgrade the aggro or the mining complex or upgrade the farm. Or do we? Yeah, we'll upgrade the farm. Battle station, admin tower. Then materials. And skunk works. You could probably do some upgrades. Right, the materials can be upgraded. So what's the solar array? Might as well. We're gonna keep the solar array. We should upgrade it. Oh, we've got the space. Oh, I suppose these places are level 3, not surplus power. Do I have the surplus power here? I think I do. We can also grab an op center. only put one op center per location now. Although previously the op center used to only provide one, so now it provides 4, so it's 4 times as good. But it's limited to 1 per location. Want more than that, you need to upgrade it to the tier 3, which is 10. That's still 1 per location, but okay, farm, yeah, we're going to want to upgrade the farm later, but the farm is fine. UU, admin tower. Ops center. Materials, stockworks. Pop in here. Upgrade you. Upgrade. Upgrade. Got the yellow day, got the this, got the that. Let's grab Skunkworks. One materials. And the ops. Okay. And we had a lot more to destroy than I suspected, but yeah. We're getting stuff rebuilt, we're getting stuff upgraded. Running a little low on volatile production, but that's because we have farms upgrading. We have new mines that will make new volatiles coming online. And we got a decent stockpile, so I'm not too worried. Next location, Liberated to Russia.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Coming from India 55, so I don't think India 55 is going to make it to its destination.
We've moved the needle.
Okay, so the core is upgraded at that location. Go ahead and upgrade, or start the core upgrading as well.
We lost their trail.
No success on that crackdown.
My name is Fiona Ayawade. I am speaking for the global resistance against the alien invasion. We have captured an alien infiltrator and learned their true purpose is to enslave us all to use as foot soldiers in their wars against other species. They are operating out of a base located beyond Neptune. They are using a piece of technology called a wormhole to transport themselves from another star system. We have the means to close that wormhole permanently. Our forces will launch for their base to deliver this weapon. Do not interfere. We will defend ourselves against any attempt to stop us.
Okay. So, definitely on this release candidate build, the other factions are much more working, or much more willing to get their final objective done and then actually declare, hey, I know what we're going to do. I didn't experience that in the last run. Okay, we'll let Turkey out of that war. Okay, Kharkiv has fallen. So grab the massive stack of troops and move them one more territory over? Brazil proposes, yeah. But we'll let the human nations out. We're just opposed to the aliens. Indigo Dreams, a new form of narcotics trade is happening. Turn a blind eye. Work with local law enforcement to shut it down. We're the initiative, so we could say, surely we can surely monopolize this growing market better than they can. Inequality in China would increase. We'd get a monthly money income increase. We'd get 10 a month more. Significant public opinion boost for China, or for the initiative in China. But also for the aliens. Or for humanity first, we could tell them no. Well, we're going to work with local law enforcement to shut this down. I don't need to empower the aliens. And empowering the aliens would be stronger than the empowerment to us, I think.
Our people have taken control.
People have taken control. One of the humanity first. Oh no, that's one of the German armies. One of the German armies is rolled up to try to stop us. But again, it's 15 versus 1. It's not going to be enough to save them. As long as they don't deploy the bomb.
At your service.
It's not going to be enough. I say, hoping they don't deploy the bomb. Because they possibly could. Okay. You're gonna go back to public campaigning in
We'll make
China.
our appeal.
Probably want you to continue advising in Russia. Yeah, because we got the Russian forces actively fighting armies. 15 is probably enough to just roll through territory, but we want the extra damage towards the armies. Otherwise, I'd have you clear out the alien base.
Where do you
Town's
need?
up to still at 22. Okay. Silence, let time pass.
Lending my expertise.
If we do get lucky and get that
Offering
next one
support.
cracked down, we don't need to finish handing, or we don't necessarily need to do the Taiwan shuffle. Might still do it, because my democracy, but... Debris duty. We got a weapon there, so we can clear a bit of the debris. We're definitely in
Their hearts and
the
minds.
mission control range where Kessler syndrome would be an issue.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
The people will come to our side.
First Panzer Division is destroyed. Humanity First is playing the if we can't have it,
Slipped
you
away
can't
from us.
either. Okay, that's as big as Russia is going to grow. Environmental degradation, so we get to loot them, which would get us a bunch of money, 6k money. But we're also rich enough we can pay to do the damage mitigation. We'll do the damage mitigation. Trying to think, we got, well, that's Armenia. Georgia. Are they already rivaled? Okay. So we can declare in Georgia. Probably the same with Armenia on here. Okay, so not perfectly in alphabetical order. Armenia. Armenia is actually neutral. But yeah, we could declare war on Georgia. It's only allied with Iran, who I think we're technically already, well, partially already at war with. Getting properly at war with them would be fine. Then allies. Technically, we could add them to Russia through hostile means. It's a way to keep them out, in an attempt to sort of make it down here to get rid of the rest of the alien administration. Most of our land armies don't have naval capacity, is what's going on. Okay, confirm assignments. Let some time pass.
Offering support.
I think that's the last time I need to
them.
repeat that. Poland has been liberated! We don't need to spoil in Poland, I think. Let's instead... How monolithic are you? Not enough. There we go. And presumably we're at war with Germany. Yeah. So we could go to regime change in Germany if we were desperate enough.
With us.
Superfood. A local crop grown by small farmers in the Kiev region has suddenly gained worldwide prominence. Always nice to hear good news. Provide loans, land grants, and development aid to local farmers. It's even better. Or it can make it worse for us to make money. We'll pay the money, because we like making the stuff we're going to hold long term better.
The people will come to our side.
Economy expands in Poland. Poland takes control of the new region, which is why the economy expands.
We've moved the needle.
Crackdown complete.
Crackdown is complete. Okay, so we're going to be able to roll into the last place in China, putting us back in control. The alien administration proposes ending its war. No. We'll let the human nations out. We're not letting you out. Yeah, the alien administration is thinking it's losing. So it's trying to ask. Italy wants to leave. I will let Italy leave. We're not rolling into Italy anytime soon. Okay, so that base is waiting... Well, we're waiting for the mine to come online and for the colony core to come online. I put an admin tower there. Do I want to put op centers in? Or mission control wouldn't be bad. We've got the power. Yeah, let's op center. Got the power, let's op center. At some point we'll probably come back through, maybe after the op center's down. And add skunk works, materials, this one's already got that. Materials Research Center for the good buffs, good events. More events we can use to distract from global climate change would be good. so that's the second set of Soletas coming online. Megafauna destroyed. Yeah, did lose the 78th Army Group for the Chinese. It's probably fine. Okay, so your base is done. So the question here is, do I want to bring the settlement complex online, or try to acquire the settlement complex? I think we're going to hold off there. Don't think I'm quite that desperate for more mined resources. Well, this is radioactive, so this would be a good place for doing radioactives.
I don't care if there are 2 ways or 200 ways to filter deuterium from seawater. Just tell me which one's cheapest and which one won't get us sued again. Chairman,
Which one won't get us sued again?
Comment to Cape Chemicals Board of Directors.
I suppose that's in addition to which one's cheapest. So he's going like, give me the cheapest one, give me the one that won't get us sued, assuming those aren't the same thing. Because he plans on doing both, right? He's probably doing the one that it's like, oh, it won't get us sued, so that he can just, whenever he's accused of, oh, you're doing the one that's going to get you sued, he's like, no, we're doing the one that's you're doing the one that won't get us sued, while doing probably the majority of which one's cheapest. But yeah, so deuterium trading's done. They popped over to deuterium. That works out for me. Plan B, if we can't get the can't get the antimatter going, is to run fusion. So they can spend the research, go up that tree. That works for me. Parasite quarantine protocol is complete. Probably still on enthrall missions against our points. We haven't seen any recently, but for the smaller ones like Poland here, I could definitely see them rolling in and enthralling one of our points. The first Legion's army for Poland is now under control of the initiative. Poland had only recently re-entering its own independence is like, first thing I gotta do, have an army.
What's the op?
Hasn't even fully been liberated, and like, yep, gotta have that army. You know, you went to all the trouble of cracking down that point. We'll give you the opportunity to also purge it.
Removing our enemies.
Where to? Taking it to them.
Yeah, you're gonna come rolling through the territory, overrunning, and clear the alien structures one by one. Okay. Army assignments, letting some time pass. Okay, so those are up to 2, that's fine. I'm not going to rush to get them upgraded right away. Upgrade the core so we can equip the interior stuff. Probably need to get the space station running, the space shipyard running at Mars. We can get a Mars fleet going as well. Special project available, Muon Spiker. Okay. It's more combat speed rather than flying around space speed.
Lending my expertise.
A little concerned with all these completions coming online. Have you heard the mines haven't come online? They're going to come on in 24th, in this case. So the volatiles is still pretty low. We'll see if the volatiles bounce back. Poland takes control of another region. So Poland is now 1 region. Do I want to roll in to help the liberation here of Germany? I'm a little concerned because Germany does have a nuke, so there's a decent possibility that whoever rolls into Berlin first gets the bomb. Yeah, that's what I'm going to assume. Whoever rolls into Berlin first is going to get bombed. Not that wanting to be the receiving end of that weapon. What's my opinion with Moldova. Okay. They're still in the Federation. Okay, so we're gonna not do that. Could declare for Georgia. Well, that only just gets me a little closer. That doesn't get me close. So the question is, do I actually want to roll into what's left? Oh, that's an interesting thing. Did not realize you get unrest reduction from nations you're at war with. Like, your own armies make sense. And your allied armies, I suppose there might be some allied armies in the region. Oh, Turkey's armies. Turkey and Japanese armies are in the area. Never mind. I was about to go, like, I wouldn't expect the invading armies to be stabilizing you, but no, there's some defending armies as well. That's fair enough. Yeah, at some point, either we need to get naval capacity to transport, or I need to build an army up in the Gulf Union. But I think for the moment, it's time for these guys to actually maybe calm down the war a bit. Oh, we got a xenoform over there. Okay, all 14 armies, you have an objective. Let's deal with that xenoform. So I think all but one should be going. When did... Eve. Okay, I didn't realize that the... I didn't realize the Ukrainian army had survived and is currently there. Okay. You're the first army. You're Poland's army. We'll leave Poland with Poland's army. That'll keep the aliens from just rolling back in.
Public sentiment is...
Maybe there's a small chance, because it's going to roll through Berlin, that maybe they get shut up a bit in Berlin, or the bomb gets dropped on them.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
The United States of America, under the control of the Academy, has declared war on the alien administration, Germany, Egypt, Angola, Brazil, Italy, and Turkey. The defending alliance will be led by Germany.
Well, that is secure.
Electrostatic confinement fusion reactor. I will set this as a favorite. This is... The electrostatic one is probably the best line if you're willing to pay the research cost to go all the way to the end. It's probably actually the worst one at the beginning, but it's what it is.
Our associates are now in charge.
Yeah, we don't have necessarily the greatest control in Poland, so we've already lost the first point in Poland back to the servants.
Standing by.
Where do you need me?
Where to?
So I could come after the resistance, but I don't think we need to do that. Might try the shuffle and see if the shuffle gets rid of all of China. Well, I'll have to do the shuffle. I won't, because I think we can only seed. I'll only be able to seed regions to it, or from it. Won't be able to unify with it. Yeah. Okay, so we roll you in. Looking at 52% for the crackdown. We'll do that. So 32
Applying
crackdown.
pressure on your people.
What's the op? removing our enemies.
And then I think we got enough control that we can come over and public campaign in
We must
Poland.
persuade the people.
Where to?
What's the op?
And then you are still blowing up bases.
Gear up.
Reporting in.
Actually, I probably want a public campaign in India. Even Singapore. Singapore's good enough for the moment. India.
I will tell our story.
Okay, I think you'll be able to drive the enemy out of that a little bit. Before you die. It is really territory after all. Otherwise. So let's let some time pass.
Offering assistance.
Israel has its independence. So I think the aliens. Oh, they got 4 regions left. Damascus, Hamburg. Oh, Germany went. Okay, so now there's an argument to turn the army around, get them back to liberate some of Germany, but now we'll let the EU overrun them. Some mines. Okay, volatile production's up to 10. Definitely do with more. I think we're upgrading a bunch of farms, which will help. Why didn't you have enough power? I screwed the math up, and we're 4 power short. One tool in the way. 4. Oh no, more than 4 power short. Okay, so one of those letters need to be replaced with something. That should work once the solar farm's online. Was one of our bases being bombarded? Why is it his? Habs under assault and bombardment are being deconstructed under bombardment. Who's shooting me? Yeah, with 1 ship. Fair enough. I'm not equipped to go out to the Oh, and that was Mercury being shot up. Okay, but it is what it is. Twitch chat's asking, what's the plan to deal with the alien administration? And then, what are those modules on your Mercury station? So, the Mercury station that just got blown up was a automated station. So you generally don't put that on Mercury. But I had an automated colony ship that I was flying around, just grabbing random stuff. So we lost an automated mine on Mercury. No big deal. The plan with the alien administration is to destroy them at some point. Right now, the Resistance is also out to get them. In fact, if I leave them alone, I think the Resistance at this point will finish the job with the alien administration. We did help them a lot. The alien administration previously had all of Poland and all of Ukraine. We have liberated both of those using the combined Indian, Russian, and Chinese armies. Oh, and this is stuff around Mars. Military scientists at the Red Fort Station. Want to blow some stuff up. Sure, have some fun blowing some stuff up. Then there you give so much of science.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
You've arrived at Hephaestus. Thought there was aliens coming to get you. Well, set up the automated mine at the crater. And then, is it faster to fly to Earth or Earth or Mars? So, 29 weeks to Earth. Earth is quarter. Flight Earth. But yeah, so the 3 questions from Twitch that was most recent was, what was the plan to do with the alien administration? We're kind of implementing it. It's probably, if we have land access, send in the the Russian, Chinese, and Indian armies. The Mercury modules are automated ones, which is why they looked a bit weird. They're not new 1.0 stuff. Automated stuff was older. Do I have ships with green lasers? You can use them to bombard alien flora on Earth. I do have ships with green lasers, but at the moment there isn't actually a lot of alien flora in the portions of Earth that I control. I control India, I control China, those are my main places. Gulf Union's main place. Russia we've actually taken from the Surans, which is why it's as much of a mess as it is. And even it doesn't have a lot of alien life forms outside of the recently liberated Ukraine and Poland. Poland apparently is not too bad. But yeah, we could bring our main capital ships down to bombard them. Yeah, and Twitch is trying to clarify that you can bombard in places that you don't control. One of the patches, I think, added some minor consequences. Green lasers obviously still do the least damage, but there is some damage. There's no complete free bombardment anymore. It does do some damage to the area you're shooting. The green ones are the least damaging. But yeah, usually, well, in my case, the only ships I have equipped with the green lasers, weirdly, are the main Earth Defense Fleet, which is India 292 here, which is 14 Titan-class ships here. The main reason I'm not doing that is I don't actually have the fuel to fly around sort of willy-nilly. So they're sitting at base. They got enough fuel to fly to any of my HABs within a decent amount of time, sort of to stop the aliens from getting to them, blow them up, and go back. But they don't quite have enough fuel to be sitting down in low Earth orbit doing bombardments. So that is something I could do, and that's something I probably would do. I'd probably build some ships specifically to do with it. I was having problems with the alien organisms. Inertial confinement fusion reactor? Okay.
We've moved the needle.
Their control is vulnerable.
Okay, crackdown, yeah. Begin the process of taking our point back in Poland. Oh, and they're going straight for the executive. I think we're going to kick them out of the first one before they get the executive, so it won't be a problem. Yeah, I got the influence here. We can calm this personality clash down. Egypt proposes ending the war? Sure.
Target secure.
Corrupt generals. Lose a military tech. Democracy goes down. The place doesn't really have a lot of democracy anyway. Or failure and have to do more. Yeah. Okay. Interesting, that went for that point.
Our associates are now in charge.
Okay, why do I have no xenoforms with you? Okay. We had some pathing issues, apparently. It's easy enough to fix. The Polish one can stay in Poland, that'll be fine. One's over here. Oh, they need to be at least 50% strength for me to assign them to that. That's fair. Most damaged ones can't be assigned. Go hunt xenoforms. bump across the border, finish re-liberating that location. Spend some of our influence getting more money. Okay, so you're going to roll in Purge for that spot.
Terminating the opposition.
You're going to roll in with the Crackdown
Standing
for
by
that
for
spot.
orders. Cracking down.
I'm here.
And you're blowing up alien bases. So now we're into the ones that are in Poland.
Going in hot.
Yeah, working to get the Orion drive, which is going to be upgraded ships. Synth roll resistance. Firm assignments, let some time pass.
I will help them.
How democratic is... Not yet, I need you up to 2.4. Fusion pile. We may in fact want that. Oh, that reminds me I need to get improvement over here. And retake Bhutan.
We've moved the needle.
Neutralize them.
Crackdown successful in Poland. Okay.
The people will come to our side.
You'll see if they take the executive before we purge the middle one.
Unable to destroy target.
Oh, they didn't succeed. Yeah, they did take the executive. Twitch chat saying historically Austrians and nukes probably don't go that well together. Yeah. To be fair, the aliens don't use the nukes very often, but the pro-alien factions are a little bit more prone to using them. Okay, there's automated outpost complete.
We're in
More
control
one
here.
volatiles. Purge complete, getting us back into control of the
ready
lower
for the
area
order
in
soon.
Poland.
Targeting the opposition.
I'm here. Targeting their key people.
Acknowledged.
Let's have you defend interests. That'll make it a little bit less likely to take the
Securing
lower
our
points.
control.
Oh, and I didn't update them. Stuff. Confirming sentence.
Securing our interests.
Lending my expertise.
We've hit them where it hurts.
Crackdown in Poland. So as long as they don't take the lower points back,
Public
we can get
sentiment
Poland
is
back.
increasingly with us.
Parasite liability theory. Okay. Yeah, we're up into alien red teaming. So they're getting progressively more expensive to get more thrall resistance. Okay, the United States of America and the Alien Administration War are over. You're still at war with a bunch of people, including all my majors. Is the EU still at war with them? The EU is not. That's a little concerning. Okay, so that probably means I need to bring the gang back together to deal with this problem. Why has that not been deoccupied? Get the 6% and 7% army out of there.
Target destroyed.
We are in control now.
Okay, back into full control of Poland. Okay, I've got 7 armies there. Although most of them probably could use with some healing before we go rolling into the next territory. Okay, when they all arrive there, we'll go march them over collectively. There's 5 of them there. And we can move you back over. You're pretty damaged, but that's probably fine. Okay, I got full control of Poland. Probably just want a public campaign in Poland a bit to get it.
Telling our story.
At your service.
Your orders?
Although with India, I'm going to do some investment in government here, which is a little bit weird. Oh, that's not enough. Never mind. If I get it up to 2.4, no, it's 1.5, so I got it up to 2.9. Okay, still quite a way off. Of April. So not now, but soon. Shall we get one of you guys? Have you come around and do it. Just take baton back.
Targeting the opposition.
Standing by. making our case.
Ready for my mission.
Actually, no, you're on blow up alien bases. There's still 2 more in the area to blow up.
We're going in.
Okay, and we roll around the counselors, make sure they've picked up their updates. You want more command. Rest of them, except for... Yeah, the rest of them... You want the admin, and the rest will probably want investigate. Except for you, because you've got 25 investigate. Yeah, so you're more command. You're investigate. Arm assignments, let some time pass.
Offering support.
Okay, those guys are all moved. So once again, we're going to move them again. So we're all going to move there. 18 days. I'm going to run this bit a bit long. Looking at the time, I'm probably at the point where I should end for YouTube, but we're going to run this part until we liberate northern Germany here.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Just so I can remember that we're in the middle of liberating Germany.
Target secured.
Base has defected to us. Okay. Yeah, that could be worse. The only thing it really desperately needs. How many actually people are in this base? $917. The farm. Yeah, upgrade the farm. It's the only thing we're gonna change. We're gonna upgrade the farm, just call it good. It's free real estate. The Protectorate has taken umbrage at the fact that their bases were built. Okay. Nothing I can do to stop it.
We've removed some threats.
Ready for orders.
Is it planning? Okay.
Acknowledged.
Oh, I see what's going on.
Ready.
The order I'm looking here, and a lot of the orders in. There you go. You take that target.
Taking it to them.
You.
Where do you need me?
You know, so there's nothing necessarily stopping them from immediately getting retaken by the resistance or by humanity first. But
We'll make our appeal.
and then now back, it could be have their relations improved. So you're in the Federation. You're not. The only one you don't like is the Gulf Union, apparently. You're now at the point where we can get you to ally level, so 8th of June. We'll add you to the Federation. You've got to wait 85 days before I can add you to the Federation. So let's let some time pass. Twitch chat, I'm now seeing a first-time chatter saying free colony base. Woo! Like, yeah, free colony base, and apparently the previous owners are taking umbrage that the base has been defected right underneath them. Okay, didn't get the
Offering counsel.
25% extra. Well, the extra 25%. We just got the base 25%. New battle stations. Various places. Cool. Brazil has the bomb.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay, all our units except for you, for whatever reason, made it to the destination. The rest of the units are now going to move into Germany. And hopefully 16v1 will go very rapidly in our direction.
Let's go on for the good guys.
Standing by. Initiating surveillance.
Yoders?
Oh, I missed an alien instruction in Russia.
Heading to the LZ.
Is that one up when I wasn't paying attention? Ah, well that explains it. I was looking at continental Russia, not its Central Asian subjects. The H Orion drive is now complete. Have that done, I should be working to try to need to produce the antimatter. Antimatter trap seems like a reasonable place to start. And then that is the upgrade for these guys specifically. Drive H Orion. Makes them far more fuel efficient, which means we can get away with fewer tanks to do the same thing. So third the fuel to do the exact same thing. Or we could up-armor them to do what I initially thought about doing, which is these guys. Which if this was running third, the fuel would be 30 tanks instead of 100 tanks. Okay, we can see the massive fuel savings there. We dropped from 700 metal each to 580 and 90. Twitch is asking, running only advanced laser engines like that effective? In a way, it is. You notice it's not quite only advanced laser engines. We got a targeting breeder here so the gun doesn't get jammed by enemy ECM. We got a little bit of vector thrusting on these, so they can turn a little bit faster. But what we got is well, we got a green phaser up front. If we had discovered UV, we'd probably swap it to UV. And we've got a heavy plasma battery here. So the plan is basically the plasma battery chips off the enemy's armor, and then the laser kills them. Right, so given enough time, the plasma will cut a hole through the front of the enemy ship. So even if they're pointing their best armor at you, you can kill it with the laser. The way lasers work is all these advanced laser engines are adding 20 megajoules to your base shot power. So this is 140 megajoules. So it's about a 33% firepower improvement, which does mean the green phaser here will go through about 33% more armor. Yeah, and it's a fairly large laser, so it has penetration at pretty decent ranges. You still need a lot to reliably get through stuff. So this is probably enough to fight aliens. And then obviously at some point we probably want to do more armor. Something like that, but then we gotta put meal fuel tanks on. Like that would probably work. For basically something that can take on way outnumbered by the enemy aliens. And yeah, at some point we might want to build some versions that have less laser engines so we can have other utility modules in them, but in fact, let's go ahead and save that design. That's not what we're going to upgrade to right away, because that obviously requires more fuel. Yeah. 1.3 thousand metal, and that's mostly the fuel tank to upgrade those, but we may, over time, well, given time and patience, I'll upgrade the 5s to 6s. We're not going to do it during this stream. Let's finish the liberation of Germany.
Lending my expertise.
We found nothing of note.
Oh, you didn't manage to track down. I'm pretty sure that's the alien. Okay, there's the antimatter trap. So you need some radiation for the trap to work. The particle collider is obviously the more expensive one, which you can do anywhere, and you can put more than one. Yeah, more than one in space. We'll start working on the particle collider. We need something like that to make the antimatter engines work.
People will come to our side.
We've moved the needle.
Which is, I think, how we're going to do our inter-system engines. Okay, so we've liberated East Germany. And there's a regime change in Turkey. Maybe don't send every last army into the other portion of Germany. Ones that are down to like 6% are a little low. I'm not going to tolerate to clicking them one more time. Deploy armies. Like, scroll through them all and say, like, you can go back to Poland instead. Yeah, I think the rest will be fine. We took as much damage as we did because we did run into the last German army fighting for the aliens.
Velze is secure.
Citizen Fleet Romeo 67 completes transfer and arrives at low Mars orbit. Oh, maybe I might be wrong. A couple of places are 2 and 3. Shall see. The 41st Panzer Division is back from the dead? Still pretty wrecked.
Standing by.
Okay. We got you on assault alien duty. East Germany seems like a reasonable place to hit.
Going in hot.
Firm assignments, let time pass. Okay, we did lose one of them trying to liberate West Germany. In fact, lost a couple. That's what I get for doing so many attacks back to back. Notorious performance. I'm losing a lot more armies than I was expecting. RNG was not favorable there. Okay, East Germany takes control. And we're good. Let's move these guys there.
We've got some intel on our target.
Okay. Depends the uniform.
We're
20.
winning their hearts and minds.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
By the numbers.
Okay, some of our mission or operation centers have come online, giving us more mission control. We've already lost a point in Germany. Doesn't surprise me very much. Probably to an alien, too. But yeah, I think that's a good place to probably put the part break in and bring this stream to a close.
Where to?
Got an alien that we're tracking. Attempting to arrest the alien. Probably, yeah, not particularly feasible when he's not in places where we got detain bonuses.
Standing by for orders.
You're clearing alien structures like that one.
Gear up.
And yeah. And then we probably do want to come over and do the purge crackdown, get the point back in Germany, do some stuff over there, but we'll see if I remember to do that next time. If you're watching on YouTube, there probably will be another part up for you tomorrow, although it will be recorded from the next stream. The next stream, in theory, because we're going to be streaming this again on, I believe the 5th, which I believe is the release date for 1.0, the release version of Terra Invicta. So, if you're watching on Twitch, you want to see the release version streamed live, I will be streaming it release day, assuming I've got my dates correct. Otherwise, let me bring up the schedule and go over what we're going to be streaming for the next couple days. So today was Terra Invicta. Tomorrow is going to be Panzer Corps 2. We're running the main campaign in Panzer Corps 2. We're currently on the mission at the Gates of Moscow, so we'll be doing at the Gates of Moscow, probably followed by Moscow tomorrow. Day after that will be Victoria 3 as EIC India, so East India Company. Well, technically I think we're actually the Indian Raj now, but we're still playing as India. Sunday will be Shadow Empire, playing sort of a flavored run, which I'm referring to as Phantasm Aliens on Mayhem. That'll be continuing. We're about 50 turns in, or will be at the beginning of the next stream. And then Monday, which is the 5th, which I believe is the release day, we will be streaming this run, continuing this run, hopefully be getting to the point where our space infrastructure will be supplying ships that can actually be a bit more proactive in moving around the solar system, to be fair. Right now we're basically sitting out around Earth. Our mission control is rising, so probably the next thing I need to do is get shipyards both at Mars and Mercury, and develop ships to patrol both those gravity wells. Mercury is primarily going to be used probably to make more mission control. Mars is probably going to get annexed. Probably going to take the time to annex all the sites on Mars. Either through, well, yeah, we've I don't know. I've got most of the sites on Mars already, but we'll contemplate getting more sites on Mars. Mars, we've got the L1 Lagrange station set up. So we do have very good power on all the ground sites, so it is very tempting just to grab that for power. Oh, Mercury will also be being used to make the antimatter that makes all the ships. Probably for orbital defense, we'll probably use the Orion drive for the 3 inner system gravity wells we care about. But for beyond that, we'll probably swap over to antimatter. We might get an antimatter next stream, although we've got quite a bit to go in antimatter. We're about to finish up mass production. After mass production, we got antimatter propulsion, which is actually where all the antimatter drives, I think, are behind, if we go look at the full tree. There's no space. Antimatter. Plasma core is probably going to be close enough for me to figure out the antimatter pulsed drives. Antimatter propulsion, yeah. So antimatter propulsion is the prerequisite for, I believe, all the main pure antimatter drives. Antimatter plasma core torch, yeah. So we can probably get some of these pretty early on next stream. Plasma core and the advanced version, obviously. And then we just have to generate enough antimatter to make these drives usable. Which doesn't sound too bad. It's mostly water, but just a little bit of antimatter. Which if we take over a decent control of Mercury should be easy to make. And then we'll try using these drives. I think these drives will be, at least for the early bit, probably easier than trying to wait for the research to get to the final fusion drives. But yeah, that's the plan on the run. I think the run is coming together. I don't think we're at risk of the run backsliding at this point. It's just getting ships large enough and heavy enough that I can brute force the aliens at this point. The aliens, I think, are still decently powerful. Go look at the fleet list. So we can see we're only up to 6,000. It's all in one big fleet. The resistance is like 2,000. Granny First isn't even in thousands. Exodus is probably the main space one at 3,000. Yeah, the Academy's off. Projector is pretty bad. But the aliens are rolling around with 36,000. So we got a way to go. I'm actually surprised we're a 6th of the alien strength. So the aliens have definitely been fighting and maybe not doing super great around the solar system. They do have fleets as large as ours, and that's probably why they're not really screwing with Earth very much. We've got enough around Earth that they probably would have a problem at Earth. But we don't really have the fuel to be going after them, so it's sort of they got the outer systems, we got the inner systems. We're going to slowly put up fleets in various stations around the system and slowly work our way out. So I think we're on track to win. Gone over the schedule. One last time, I'll bring up the list. So Panzer Corps tomorrow, Victoria 3 Saturday, Shadow Empire Sunday, Terra Invicta on Monday. If you're watching this on YouTube, I haven't quite entered the video for you. That should all be in your past. I do stream these live to Twitch under the username willcall, and then upload the local recording for YouTube under the username willcall100. If you're watching on Twitch, this is probably the last time to get in your comments responded to live. If there's anything you want to see in the game, feel free to let me know and as a comment. If there's anything you want me to explain about the game, feel free to let me know. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to leave comments. I'm going to put a save in here before I bring the stream down. So until the next part, enjoy the next stream. I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.